Alex Eala bows out in first round of Qatar Open. Manila, Philippines. Filipino tennis star Alex Eala had a strong start, but couldn't maintain her momentum, losing 6-7, 6, 1-6 to Teresa Valentova of the Czech Republic in the first round of the 2026 Qatar Open Monday night at the Khalifa International Tennis and Squash Complex in Doha. Eala led 4-2 in the first set, but Valentova slowly caught up to take a 1-0 lead. In the second set, Valentova pulled away, securing her spot in the second round. Despite the loss, Eala walked away with a hefty $18,300, over $1 million, in prize money. The 20-year-old Eala will next compete in the Dubai Open next week. Alex Eala's Qatar Open shock exit, a story of heart, growth, and the next chapter. Doha, Qatar, in the dazzling lights of the Khalifa International Tennis and Squash Complex, where the world's elite collide and dreams rise to match point after match point, Filipino tennis sensation Alex Eala stepped onto the court with high hopes and a determined heart. But in a stunning twist at the 2026 Qatar TotalEnergies Open, Eala's journey came to an abrupt end in the first round, a loss that was as humbling as it was illuminating. 1. Setting the stage, a rising star in the Middle East. For Alex Eala, the Qatar Open represented more than just another tournament. This event was her first WTA 1000 appearance of the year, a stage reserved for the sport's most competitive and accomplished players. Prior to Doha, Eala had just enjoyed a solid week in Abu Dhabi, reaching the quarterfinals in singles and the semifinals in doubles alongside partner Janice Tien. Her world ranking had climbed, reaching a career-high world number 40, a milestone reflecting her steady ascent in the fiercely competitive WTA Tour. With momentum on her side, Eala entered the tournament with confidence, and with a narrative that had the potential for another breakthrough moment. Yet, as many athletes learn early in their careers, momentum alone does not guarantee victory, especially on tennis's grandest stages. 2. First round match, familiar foe, familiar struggle. Drawn against Teresa Valentova of the Czech Republic in the opening round, Eala faced a player both familiar and formidable. Valentova, an 18-year-old rising star and former French Open girls champion, had previously defeated Eala in their last meeting at the Japan Women's Open. When the match began, it was clear that both players were hungry. In the opening set, the score remained close, with neither able to completely seize control. Eala's resilience showed. She even took a brief lead late in the set, but Valentova's tenacity and clutch play eventually proved decisive in a tight tiebreak. As the match wore on, Valentova's aggressive baseline game and powerful ground strokes began to tilt the contest irreversibly. The Czech teenager dominated the second set, taking command early and closing it out with authority. The final scoreline read 7-6, 6, 6-1, a result that eliminated Eala in the round of 64. 3. Reflection. When talent meets tough moments. For fans, the result may have been disappointing. For Eala herself, it was a tough lesson delivered on one of tennis's biggest stages. But tennis, perhaps more than almost any sport, demands resilience in the face of setbacks. Every top player, from Serena Williams to Novak Djokovic, carries within their career a trail of early exits, frustrating losses, and matches where everything seemed to slip out of reach. The name of the game is not just winning, it is learning. For a 20-year-old still carving her legacy, this loss is merely another page in a book that has already been remarkable. 4. The bigger picture. A career already full of firsts. To understand the significance of this moment, and why it doesn't define Eala's future, one must step back and look at the trajectory of her career so far. Eala's rise on the WTA Tour has been marked by several historic milestones for Filipino tennis. She became the first Filipino to reach a WTA Tour final at the 2025 Eastbourne Open, where she narrowly lost a thrilling 3-set match but announced her arrival among the sports elite. Her performances have also been breakthrough moments for Southeast Asian tennis in general, challenging the long-held idea that elite tennis success is limited to traditional powerhouses like the United States, Spain, or Australia. Beyond single tournaments, Eala has shown impressive consistency, guiding her ranking into the WTA's top 40, something few of her peers have achieved at such a young age. 5. The emotional journey, heart, growth, and perspective. It is not merely the skill on court that defines an athlete, but how they respond to the moments that test them. For Alex Eala, this includes navigating both the highs of her best performances and the lows of defeats like her first-round loss in Doha. Such moments can be painful, but they also offer opportunities to sharpen resolve and refine execution. They force players to confront weaknesses, to adjust strategy, and to recommit to the work required to excel. In the post-match world of professional tennis, players often talk less about the scoreline and more about what they learned, and how they plan to use that knowledge to fuel their improvement. 6. What comes next? A journey still being written. Looking forward, the road for Eala is far from over. The Qatar Open, while a setback, simply marks a waypoint, not a destination. Her schedule this season will likely include more WTA 1000 tournaments, Grand Slams, and opportunities to both challenge the world's best and build a legacy of consistency and resilience. The experience she gains, even in losses, accumulates into the kind of maturity that elevates players from contenders to champions. Every champion in tennis has faced their share of first-round defeats. What separates the great from the very good is how they respond. Will they return with fresh vigor, with strategic refinements, with mental confidence renewed rather than shaken? For Eala, all these questions are not predictions, they are invitations to evolve. 7. The broader impact, inspiring a nation. Perhaps one of the most remarkable aspects of Alex Eala's journey, more so than any specific win or loss, is the impact she is having in her home country. Tennis is not traditionally among the Philippines' most popular sports, yet Eala's breakthrough performances have sparked new interest, new inspiration, and new conversations. She has helped put Filipino tennis on the global stage, encouraging young athletes to dream bigger. Her story resonates not just with sports fans but with anyone who has ever faced a setback and wondered whether their next step could be the one that changes everything. In conclusion, a loss that opens doors. Alex Eala's exit in the first round of the Qatar Open, while disappointing for fans and the athlete herself, is a single chapter in a much larger narrative. It is a story that combines youthful promise, hard-earned growth, and a commitment to excellence that transcends any one result. For every tennis fan who watched her walk off court in Doha, there's another match ahead, another serve to be struck, and another chance for Eala to weave her talent into history. In sport, as in life, progress is not always linear. But for Alex Eala, every step, every match, victory or defeat, is part of a journey that already inspires and will continue to captivate.